It is officially spring in Toronto and the real estate market is heating up. If we haven't met before, my name is Dyson. I'm a realtor here in the Toronto West area with eXp Realty, and I help millennials just like you use the power of real estate to leverage for their future. Like I mentioned, the real estate market is heating up and we are gonna dive into all of the stats in today's video. The first stat we wanna talk about is the increase of listings. So we have seen inventory increase, which is really exciting because that gives the buyer a lot more options of what's happening on the market. We've also seen an increase in transaction by 17.9%. So what is this telling me? Buyers are more eager to get out there and they're putting pen to paper and drafting more offers. I've even noticed this in my own business. We have seen buyers that have been sitting on the sideline for months finally starting to warm up to the market. Now, there's a few reasons why I think this is happening. Number one, of course, is that we saw that the Bank of Canada held interest rates for the 5th time in a row. So we are still at 5%. We also saw that the inflation report came in and we have seen another decrease in inflation. We're currently at 2.8, and the goal, of course, is to be at 2%. Now, as we see that inflation drop, it's giving the Bank of Canada a little bit more confidence that we have this inflation under control. So we know that the Bank of Canada is holding this rate because they don't want to add increased volume into the real estate market, causing us to have the same problem driving up that inflation. So based off of our predictions, we think for June's announcement, they're probably going to hold again, and maybe in the summertime, that's when we're gonna see our first decrease. Now, let's talk about the different types of housing. So we saw the biggest increase with our detached properties and our semi-detached properties, where the pricing on average is 1.2 to 1.3. Now, of course, first-time homebuyers, this may not be the first price bracket that you're going to shop in, but I have a little bit of good news because condos have actually seen a more balanced market. We're seeing an increase in inventory, which again gives you more options and more things to take a look at, but we've only seen a slight increase in condo prices, a couple $1,000s, which is going to be really beneficial for that first-time home buyer. If you are a buyer curious about how to compete in multiple offers, you're definitely gonna wanna check out the video that we posted previously on tips and tricks on how to curve the competition in a multiple offer situation. So of course, all of these stats that the TREB board provides is super important to shape your strategy going into the market. But let's talk about what I'm noticing personally in my own business on the ground. It was like a light switch had switched over. After March break, we saw an increase of interest in both selling and buying in the market. We really feel like the Bank of Canada has plateaued those interest rates, allowing buyers to enter the market with a little bit more confidence of what's going to happen for the rest of the year regarding their mortgage borrowing rates. We are still encouraging a lot of our sellers to hold and try to push it as far into the spring because we definitely feel that there's going to be an influx naturally because of spring, but also because we predict that the Bank of Canada is getting ready to make their first cut, hopefully in the summer. So what do I think is gonna happen once the Bank of Canada makes that first cut in the interest rate? I believe the floodgates are going to open and buyers are going to feel very confident to write offers and to get properties sold. For sellers, once that rate cut happens, I think that's truly where we're going to start to see an increase in price because the demand of buyers is going to be there, creating competition and ideally getting you the best price. If you find these market updates valuable, I encourage you to subscribe and like this video. We post content like this weekly where we're sharing tips and tricks to help you navigate the real estate market with confidence. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next week.